Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Toe Tags Metal Reviews, and today we're going to be giving you guys our first impressions of the brand new Sepultura album titled Quadra. So, Sepultura, a band that I feel like I should check out more because these guys are super cool, super classic, like they've been around for a while.
Guys are classic.
And this album is going to be interesting because we reacted to the first single they released, which is a song called Isolation, which I'm going to say is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life.
Wow.
It's fucking crazy. Like, our reaction to it was good, but I listened to it again and it blew my mind.
Yeah, I really like the song too. Best I've ever heard, or I don't know about that, but really good song. Set a great introduction tone to the album for us, and yeah, it's got us hyped.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to how the album's gonna go because they do have a unique thing with this album that they've divided the album into 4 sections.
Yep.
A quadra.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to check that out. Anyway, we're gonna listen to Quadra for the very first time in its entirety, and we'll be right back to give you guys our first impressions, so stay put. Alright guys, we just listened to Quadra for the very first time, and I'm just gonna say this album is awesome. Like, it really... Wow, this album is really cool. I'm just gonna talk about, I'm gonna talk about what my lowest rated track was, and that's kind of a tie between a few songs, but if I were to pick one, it's kind of tough actually. I'd say maybe Raging Void, which is track number 6, which got a 6 by the way. The lowest any track got for me was a 6. And Raging Void is interesting because it has like a few tricky stuff rhythmically. It's a song that felt like it was good, I'm just not sold on it yet, you know? It didn't feel like it really popped at me hard, because like this album starts with Isolation, the first single they released, and for me, I love that song. Insane, amazing song. It was my highest rated track. Just ridiculous song. But what I noticed about a lot of these songs is that they all have something unique about them.
Yep.
And more often than not, they blew me away in some aspect. Something about it just popped to me and said, wow, this is sick.
Yeah, you know what? Comment on Raging Void. It wasn't my lowest rated song, but I think the worst part of the entire album is in that song. And it's one part where they do this really syncopated rhythm, but it sounds like a skipping CD. And if you're an older guy like me, and you used to use CD Walkmans, that is a triggering sound. You do not like that sound, and that's what it sounds like. It just sounds like a skipping CD. I hope I can get over it throughout the week, otherwise that's probably going to become my least favorite song. But I didn't mind the syncopated rhythms and all that stuff. It kind of had a bit of an odd solo to it. The chorus on that one was kind of melodic, so it stood out in that sense as well. Like I said, not my worst rated song, but definitely not my highest. My worst rated track, other than the interlude, which was track number 10, which is about 47 seconds.
Yeah.
Which basically sounds like a solo on an 8-string acoustic guitar or something like that.
It's nice
it's nice sounding, but I don't really know how to rate interludes, so they kind of just get a 5 across the board for me, unless they're really bad or really good.
And it's especially hard when it's like an album like this with so much stuff going on, and then they just throw this tiny interlude, like, how do I rate this?
Yeah, so that got my lowest score, but I wouldn't count that. Other than that though, my lowest score was the last track, Fear, Pain, Chaos, Suffering. That track had interesting elements to it. It had a guest female vocal. It had, I don't know, it was okay to listen to, but I just felt like it just came and went and nothing really great happened.
And you know what, I think part of that is just from the rest of the album having a lot of gripping things in this last track. The only thing that really gripped was Emily Barretto's voice. She's a singer from Far From Alaska. That was interesting. I was like, oh, what's this different thing? You get some kind of like whispery growls of fear, pain, chaos.
Yeah.
Like that sounded kind of cool, but other than that, I can't really remember too much from the song.
Yeah, like I said, it just kind of came and went. But other than that, there's a lot of good stuff on this album, man. This album, I'd say the first 5 tracks are all extremely strong.
Agreed.
Like, the first 5 songs blew me away. They just like, I don't know what to say. There's just all kinds of stuff, okay? You're getting sick riffs, the vocals are amazing, the drums, the whole rhythm section is amazing throughout this album. The guitar solos are wild and awesome. You're getting wicked guitar tones. You're getting tribal drums. You're getting acoustic guitars mixed in with the whole songs and everything. You're getting songs that start slow and build up.
Oh yeah.
You're getting these songs. These are the types of songs that are like 4.5 minutes long, but they feel like 8 minutes because there's so many things crammed into them.
Yeah.
And I was telling TV Fish during the listening session, like, how are they transitioning from this part to that part and having it so seamless? Because these parts sound like they shouldn't fit together, but they just gelled so well. This is like, it's masterfully crafted the way they wrote these songs and performed them. Really, really cool stuff.
Very, very smooth.
Yeah.
Like, Means to an End is a really good example of what this album's like, because that song had like a million ideas in it.
Yeah.
But the transitions between them were so perfect that it didn't feel disjunct. It didn't feel like, oh, this doesn't fit here. It didn't feel like there was any problem with it. It was just crazy, wild, so much going on. Like, I literally wrote in that one, great pit song, because I could totally see myself going nuts to that.
I think a lot of these are great pit songs.
Another one that I really loved was track number 7, Guardians of Earth. Dude, the build up to this song is beautiful. You got the acoustic guitar, you got some cool drum stuff.
Yep.
And then it builds up more and more. Choir starts happening. Ooh, okay, we're playing Dark Souls now. And then it hits.
Yeah.
And it hits so hard and it feels amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally sitting there, like, my jaw is just open listening to this song. Like, what am I listening to? This is amazing.
And maybe some of you guys can relate to this, but maybe sometimes you're listening to music and it's like new music you've never heard before, and you might be going, oh, this kind of sounds like that band, or this kind of sounds like that band. I had that feeling so much through this album in good ways for so many different bands.
Oh, it's
I heard Slayer, I heard Dethklok, I heard System of a Down, I heard Lamb of God, I heard Soulfly, I heard obviously Sepultura because it is Sepultura, Fear Factory, like all these elements, and I'm like, oh, this sounds like that, a little bit of Meshuggah here and there. I'm like, this sounds like so much other great stuff, but they're doing it their own way, and that's just like mint.
Yeah, this album just...
Fucking mint.
Wow, man. So many interesting creative things went into this album. Like, I'm just gonna jump to a random song because they're all great. Autem, track number 9. How that song started, there was no low end. It just wasn't there.
Yeah, it was
and
weird.
I'm just like, oh, is this a bad mix or something? And then it starts creeping in and then starts being more consistent. Like, that's so interesting.
That's the one that reminded me of System of a Down because of the riffing. The riffing was very, almost like, plucky. I don't know how to describe it, but if you listen to it, you'll understand what I mean. It's kind of plucky, like System of a Down. It also had a very melodic chorus in it.
Yeah, I mentioned the melody kind of started reminding me of some Fear Factory melodies.
Yeah.
And I wrote so many guitar tones. That was probably the song where I went to violin. I'm like, how many pedals does this guy have on his pedal board? Because there's a million sounds, and it's all great.
Cool stuff.
Oh man, there's a lot going on with this album, and we're gonna find out lots more about it. We're gonna discover so much more by listening to this album for a week, and we'll be back to give you guys our final review of Quadra. Anyway, guys, that's all we got for you today. Remember to like the video if you liked it. Comment, tell us in the comments below if this album blew you away as hard as it blew us away, because crazy awesome album. I'm excited to listen to it.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Check out our Spotify playlist in the description below. I'm TV Fish.
And I'm Vile Self.
And we'll see you guys later.